Very good evening and welcome back to The Join, just our interesting network. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Rohit bhai. Good to have you. My backbone. As you all are joining, I hope every one of you are keeping well, in the best of your spirits. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all your love, your support. You know, it matters and means a lot to me. You know, I wanted to start the session with this song. One of the song I was practicing a while ago. I hope all of you enjoy this, and then we'll start the session today. दिल मेरे तू एक बंजारा जाने ना तू क्यों फिरता आवारा दिल मेरे तू जाने ना तू क्यों किस्मत का मारा वो दिल मेरे तू जाने ना तू क्यों फिरता आवारा क्या हासिल इस जहां में खुद को जाने ना तू दिल क्या सच और क्या फसाने हाँ ले दिल मुश्किल खुद को समझाना जाने ना तू क्यों बन के अनजाना. So guys, very good evening and welcome back to The Join, just our interesting network. It has been really special, being in touch and connect with each and every one of you, because through your support, through the blessings of each and every one of you, Join has been going and going. And it's the most amazing and beautiful feeling. Hey Amrita, the amazing poet we had few days back. She's an amazing anchor as well. So as I was saying, we till date had a lot of poets, we had singers, but there was a demand, that Tony, why not, we have someone related to dance. Why you don't bring someone who is, close to dance? Because many of them were saying कि यार हमने गाने बहुत सुन लिए, हमने पोएम्स बहुत सुन लिए, बट हम सबके अंदर एक डांसर है. एंड आई वाज जस्ट इनटू थॉट्स. आई वाज लाइक कि हाँ यार, ये बात भी तो है कि वी नीड समवन हु कैन टेल अस अबाउट डांस, who can tell us about how we as individuals can enjoy the dance itself. And you guys won't believe it, through the support of many people who support The Join, I came across this wonderful talent, a person, a soul. Since the day I have known her, it has been an amazing experience. I'll tell you why. We all have certain definitions for dance. Okay, we just dance when it is a party, or we just dance, or some reason might be there. But this particular special person that I'm talking about gave me a new definition of dance. For her, the world itself is a dance platform. For her, she wants to share dance with each and every one she meets. For her, the dance itself is a healing process, and also something that builds you. So, if I start talking about her, and as you all know that I love talking, I would just go on saying about Shan, an amazing person by heart, and a guru, I would say, to a lot of people. Without much delay, I welcome, and we have none other than Shan with us.
Hi.
Oh my god. Let me first begin by saying you look gorgeous and beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're gracious. Thank you so much. How are
And
you?
I am keeping well, ma'am. आप बताइए कैसे हो सबसे पहले तो.
I'm very excited to witness your energy and I want to see how this is going to go because I love the way you have been in touch and I really, really enjoyed your energy. So I'm excited. Yeah,
That's beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much for. I would begin by saying this because thank you is something. I hope you can hear me clearly.
I can. Thank you.
That's great. So, I'll begin, or every guest that I have is always special for me because this is a small initiative, a discussion that just happened, during this lockdown time with my friends that, I have something, I want to do something. And this is the birth that happened of The Join, just our interesting network. And having, okay, yeah, and having amazing personalities, people like you is something from whom we can learn and just give a new definition to life for the talents that we carry. So thank you so much for accepting this and coming on live with me.
It's mutual. Thank you so much.
Great. So let me begin with asking, since the time I've shared the creative about you, talking about the theme that yes, life through a dancer's perspective. I started getting random messages, I would say,
Wow.
because I'm sure you have not only taken dance to the next level, but you have shared dance with a lot of people. So, I want to begin this session by asking this question. How would you describe what you do?
What I would describe, I think it is just that I want to live my purpose of life to fullest, and I'm using dance in a big way to explore my life. I think this is only thing that is helping me each day to wake up, to explore the next that I can offer in this lifespan.
Beautiful, beautiful. So there are some guests, like some people who have joined us also, there's sharing a hi, hello to you. So
Hi
that's
everybody. Oh, I see Dipinder ji. I see Sakshi. Good. Hi. So good to see you here. I see
you know
Rupali.
during
Hi.
the lockdown time, especially this they would be loving to see you live. That is what is more important because many are there who are just waiting to listen from you more and more tips and steps that they can do in life.
Oh,
So
good.
uh, for me, when I was understanding, going through your website, understanding about your passion, I felt one thing that more than a passion, I see you see it as a responsibility, and what keeps you kicking and going every morning that yes, today is a new day and you have to explore dance and take it forward.
Tony, I think it's beautiful that you did your homework that well because it's rare to see somebody putting a question like that too forward. And definitely, I don't see myself to be, learning dance in a certain way because I see there's been so much that I have got in this lifetime which I'm not aware of. I am not aware
Right,
of how did this come to me. I have always tested myself and I have seen and I've applauded, oh, just could you do that? Like, oh my God, you did this, and it is so surprising. Each time I explore myself in an unknown territory, I see a new me. And that is the kick I get, and that is the
right,
place that I want to live in. That's the energy I would like to feed myself every day, that I'm not capable of telling what I want to be, which I have never been able to. I could not even tell what I want to. I was one of those confused kids who could do everything on this earth given a chance, but I couldn't, I couldn't zero down to one single thing I need in my life because I see that this world is not made up of just what you can perceive, but also what you cannot perceive. So you should have that allowance to let things
right,
come to you in a certain way and then to capitalize on it. So I think
right.
that's something that I really feel blessed that I'm so in touch with a format of expression named as dancing, which comes naturally to me, and I can still stay alive and kicking and happy and peppy with it. So it's a blessing.
That's that's great. Ma'am, I would pour out one question that I received from, I guess, one of your followers, I would say, because
Ah,
they have been watching your videos at that point. Uh, there was this question that when was that time in your life? Since you said you were a confused kid and, naturally dance came to you. But
mm.
there would be a particular time that, you understood, yes, this is going to change my life, from hit, it was like to toe, it changed it. Any particular moment in your life that yes you understood, yes, this is it and this is what I want to do?
Tony, I don't want to put a full stop to that answer because, I'm till date on that high of feeling that vibe because I really didn't know when I wanted to be a dancer. I really didn't have a deliberate choice to make. I was dancing throughout my life, whether it was school functions or it was college or it was university or it was youth festivals, farewell, freshers, name it. I was dancing. Like I was there. I was moving. And I was never given that kind of feeling that I had to go and learn dancing somewhere or I have to enroll in a dance school to, polish my skills. My parents were very organic. They just saw that, okay, she likes dancing, let her do it as a hobby. It wasn't a professional choice that they ever saw that I would be making or something like that. So they were just that encouraging parents. Okay, she dances well, she gets applause and everything. Go ahead, do it. You need costumes, we give it to you. And stuff like that. But I see now, and when I look back to my design, my life design, I see there was so much happening at every stage of my life that I still feel enamored. And there was this time when I was in 8th and my sister was in 12th, and we were in Patna. That was on a transferable job. So we were the only Punjabi girls in the whole school, and in that Bihari setup, you are the only Punjabi khoon there,
Right.
and we went from Delhi. So we were a lot of that Punjabi music and the Ler Mendi times that we were into. And I remember my sister told our vice chancellor that, sir, the gala performance, which is Bhangra, I would want my sister to be part of it. She's a very good dancer. So I
Right.
went from the junior wing to the senior wing just to be part of that dancing. It was a big thing for me. It was like, okay, I'm going and dancing with seniors and that feeling. So I
Right.
went there and we had to show our performance to the vice chancellor. And he came and he saw the whole performance. And I was the only one in a skirt. And everybody was wearing the suits because it was 10th, 11th, 12th suits and the kids below used to wear skirts. So
Right.
he just
Right.
called like this. He says, "वो skirt वाले को बुलाइए," you know. And I came forward and he says, "I think you have to teach everybody um, how to do it." Like that was the high. The first time I got a high, that feeling that I'm going to teach all sisters, my sisters and their friends. Am I responsible? And I did it. That was my first official choreography project, I would say. And we did the annuals, and they just took me to a different level of confidence, where you could tell elders what to do. And then there was no looking back. I think I just got better with the idea of exchanging and sharing dancing. And it kept going
Beautiful.
on.
Beautiful. Connected to this particular question, because of course when we are just having a chit chat, understanding your life and also the life from a dancer's perspective, it would be the
Hmm.
perfect time to drop in this question that from this particular journey, that that very class 8th journey till today, you have also contributed not only in the Tri-City, I would say, but also to the next level of taking along with you a beautiful team of people, the journey itself. You knitted step by step, step by step. How did this idea came? I would say about your academy, about first is of course the self growth, as you said, how when you look towards the past, then having a team first of all, and then sharing that dance with everyone. How did that happen?
So there were various points of revelation in my life. I would say things revealed to me in a certain way. I lost my niece when I was in 12th class, and I remember
Okay.
there was Saroj Khanji coming to our school to select some people for this upcoming Yash Chopra's movie. And I was dancing, and I suddenly thought that my knees are feeling weak. I was doing some dancing and I just fell on the floor. And when I
Right.
fell, I could not get up from there. And this happened in, I would say, in the prime of my teens. You know, like you're in the game, you're there dancing, and you are the one who leads the team and stuff like that. And I went, my dad took me to a doctor, and he said that she's lost both her knee ligaments, and I also lost the washer
Yeah.
part of my knee, and it was that bad that I had to get to the crawling stage. You understand how bad it was, from standing, dancing just to within a day not being able to come back and stand. You know, and that just shook me in a way that I could never explain. And it also happened because of my lifestyle. Because we had excessive coke in our family, because dad had dealers and they used to send some cokes and stuff. So the house was always flooded with coke. So we replaced water with cola, and we were like the spoiled little kids who were given everything because of dad's position at work and stuff. So we had people even tying our laces, shoelaces, to dropping us to school. So we were those pampered little ones in the house who just ate, danced, had fun, and slept. And that day, something happened. Something changed in me when I just felt so helpless, first time in my life. Like, I can't get up. Me, the dancer, cannot get up. How is that possible? And that journey changed the whole perspective towards my dancing. Because I was earlier dancing just to be somebody enjoying and having a good time. But after
Right.
that, when we were told that you can't dance for a year at least, and doctors even went to a point when they said, get a surgery done. And once the surgery is done, you need to rest for 3 months. And I think you will be better with physiotherapy after that. And my
Right.
dad took a very tough decision. He says, in front of my face, he says, she lost it because of her choices. She's going to get it because of her choices. So let her make
Beautiful.
good choices in life. It sounds good, but at that time, my biggest enemy was my dad, because I thought he didn't understand the pain I'm going through, and he's not able to empathize with my shatteredness inside, and stuff. So that the journey started. He got me the best physio, whatever could happen. I got bad treatment with one of the doctors. It got my cholesterol high. Imagine a teenage girl's cholesterol going high with medication. I used to get dizziness every morning getting up. I used to feel, I was going around and round and stuff. So I saw my life going from absolutely normal to absolutely abnormal. And I can't blame anybody. That was the worst part. Like, everything that happens in your life, it's easy to find a blame to it and just say it happened because of that. And here I was responsible for it totally. So I started going to the bathroom, dancing, pivoting slowly, slowly, to prove myself I can still move. I'm not out of my game. I can still do it. And it kept going on and on and on. And it took me a year, frankly, to start moving. And I used to do it all hidden initially. But slowly and slowly, I started showing off to my parents. See, I can do this and it doesn't hurt. See, I can do this now, it doesn't hurt, and stuff like that. And I didn't go through surgery with that understanding. I built up my knees. Today, I'm running the whole institution on something which I learned day by day how to overcome. So I think that was my powerhouse. That is where I even understood the role of expression in dancing. Because
Right.
before that, my mom used to always tell me, you dance well, but you don't express. Your face doesn't have any expressions. She's critical. If she likes it, she likes it. If she doesn't like it, she cannot please you. And I used to always feel bad that every time even I try doing my gidda and I try doing it, she doesn't feel happy because it's not coming organically. It's something that I have to put on my face. But after that, I so understood that it's not the body that dances. It's the every little cell of your body that needs to be in consensus to move. And then dancing
Yeah.
looks what it
That's why I introduced you that way, because since the time I have been talking to you, I understood this thing, that for me it would be like, okay, I'm going to a party, or I'm just with my friends. So okay, there's a dance thing going on, and we just feel like dancing. But you gave a new definition to it, and that's the most beautiful thing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just God gave me this understanding. I'm just
And we have, we have Neha who says you're amazing, Jazz.
thank you, Neha.
Dipinder ji who says Jas ke Shan dance Dhacha has
She's
the
one of the
most.
powerful souls. She's been with our company for like 4 or 5 years, and we have had such amazing stories together. I love this woman. Dipinder ji, big hi to you.
And she says, oh wow, that's beautiful thought. Yes, of course, because once you share, the most beautiful thing for the youngsters mainly out there is, as I always say, after having a good live session, after having someone who has gone through a lot, who understands the pain, who overcomes that pain. For us youngsters, even that one particular step of your word can be a motivation for a lot of people who are watching this. And that's the
Thank
most important thing.
you.
And I'm sure, I was watching some of the videos that you were sharing during this lockdown time. So how are
Uh-huh.
you, like, how are you keeping yourself busy and connected with all your kids out there, all your, members of the academy out there especially during this lockdown time?
Should I tell you one? I'm thankful to Almighty for giving a lockdown. I am so, so content with this idea of getting into a voluntarily world lockdown where I'm not feeling the pressure of delivering, because I always take it as my responsibility to be available to people. And
Right.
you sometimes lose out on yourself during that time because you're so available. You don't know when to take a step back and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't be available today. But this time has actually got me together. For the first 1.5 months I could not settle. I was
Right.
traveling a lot. March, I was all over like Hyderabad. I was in Kolkata. I was traveling for work, and I'm lucky. I just made it to Chandigarh before the lockdown. And when I came in, I just felt, how is that possible? Like, this is China's problem. How did it come to India? Like, we are not, and not to Chandigarh at least. Okay, so we were like, there is such an illusion in your head that you're just hearing news that China is going through something. So it's not coming that quick to us, not knowing
Right.
that within weeks our lives are going to change, and it's going to change in a way that we can never reverse the impact of it. And that happened. And when I came in, the first thing was, how are Dachniks going to work out? Like, we have like morning, evening schedules, we are dancing together. So my first responsibility hit me is like, I need to be available again to them. So we just started with online sessions, not sessions, but I would say recorded material that I wanted everybody to be able to use. It's not somebody
Right.
that you
Okay.
made up for something, but for 9 or 10 sessions, I wanted to put a structure that everybody can follow for a week and then again repeat, so that they can keep getting the content regularly. So we did that. Entire April went by making that content and putting it together. And then one fine morning, it just hit me because I had this feeling I want to disconnect and reconnect. You see,
Okay.
because there's so much of pattern of going in a certain way, doing things in a way, I could just not take it that I have to stop. Like, I can stop, or I'm allowed to stop. And I did
Right.
that. And all my cooking skills came forward. Whatever my cravings were, whether it was having a cheesecake and having my mint coffee, I wanted to create everything in house. So I started to make all of that stuff back home, and I saw it was coming out really well. And it was an encouragement. I wanted to redo my room setting. I did that, which was again a very big thing going in my head for days, but I was not getting that time to shuffle things around. Doing even the smallest of household work, it was giving me a certain kind of a high. I can't explain it,
Right.
but doing mopping myself, it was such a beautiful exercise. I never realized it. Like, just to mop your room, it's such a nice mood to have some music on and to clean your room your way, your style. And I
Right.
was
Right.
getting my I made a mop dance, and I did that, and I made some funny videos, sent it to my family. So I think things were just happening. It just made me grow in this time to see that it's not always the commercial part that has to satisfy you. Sometimes knowing yourself in a different setup is more
Right.
enabling. And I could have never taken a vacation like this, Tony. Like, even if you get paid lakhs and lakhs, you always have somewhere down in your head, in your subconscious mind, that the office is running. I need to check on them. I need to talk to them. I hope everything is going well. But now there's nothing to be worried about. It's just to be worried about yourself and your security. So it was lovely. It's going well for me. I'm doing more stuff that I can do in a routine.
That's amazing because, of course, the last, I don't remember exactly, the last to last video or last video which I saw, it was so beautiful to see you just looking so seriously at some of the kids dancing. I remember that, you were keeping a note of each and every one, their steps and everything. So it was like,
That's
yes,
awesome.
this is something that is, the digital world offers, that how you as, as a teacher yourself is so focused on your students. That was one main thing. So
I
yeah,
think
till
it's all
now,
two-way communication. I should not take the credit by myself. I think it's two-way communications. The students who connect to you, they just find a reason to be around you, and
right.
you can't see everybody coming online with you, but people who really treasure your way of being with them, they just come in. Like, we don't have to even plan how to be there available for them. There's some energy that brings us together.
Right, that's great. So this is I would say, all those who have joined, they have been listening to your journey. They have been listening to my questions. Now there is a time that they can also participate, and there's a small task that I want to throw at you.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
Sandhuji says she's super fantastic at everything. Yes, I also believe that. So,
Who is it? Sandhu. Oh, Sim, right. Hi,
Sim,
Sim.
Sim Sandhu.
Lovely. I
as
love
I,
it.
as I always say, there's this thing that about Instagram I like, also dislike, because they some have crazy usernames, and
Oh,
by the time they have commented, like on top we had some names, okay, it confuses, and like, okay, our naam to kuch aur tha, but thank God,
true.
people those who are commenting have names that is okay, their actual names. So that's
I'm
one
glad
thing.
they're beautiful dark snakes who have lined up. I'm sending them love right now. Loads of love.
Great, great. So the task I was talking about is very simple. I have three words with me,
Okay.
written on a piece of paper, which are jumbled,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
and every time I throw, it is either the guest who guesses it or the audience who guesses it.
Wow.
And are you ready for the very first word?
Let's get it on. I'm ready for anything in life. Spin.
Oh my God, take a break. It would be like everyone saying, okay, did you talk to her prior and share the question? Like, no, wait.
I must tell you, yesterday we had a rock and roll session, and the step we taught was spin.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
very.
I just hope the second word that I'm giving is not the same word, first of all. So,
Okay,
guys,
let's go on.
please be careful. All of you who are watching, please type as soon as possible you get the answer. So, here comes the second word for you.
Okay, I know it.
Oh my God, then wait, please wait. Let me see.
I know the move. It's Brazilian dance form, guys.
Let me see who guesses it. Let's see. Let's see who guesses it first.
I'm just helping my people.
No, yes. Yes, ma'am, it's not the answer.
Yes.
You have to answer. Yeah, Dipender ji.
Good
And
job.
Sim, you got a bit late.
That's how it is.
That's great. And by seeing your energy and by seeing your power of guessing it so soon, I'm sure you would just say the third word, and it's gonna be quick.
That's going to be pressure. Now that's pressure.
So, ma'am, so I won't be asking ma'am that if she's ready or not. Guys, be ready. And this is the third word, and I'm sure ma'am got it. Oh my God. I mean, you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Come on, guys, you can do this.
You can do this.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Then that's great. Finally, you took the call, and Yes, Daydreamer.
Oh my
Daydreamer
God.
all the way
Wow.
from Siliguri. Yes, brother, that's the answer. That's disco. And thank you so much, guys, for pouring in your comments. And, you'll be getting a special gift soon after the lockdown.
Please tell me, even I want to send them a gift, okay? Everybody who's winning, put their names down. I'll send them a Dacha gift also.
So the very first, I guess it was by Depinder ji, yes.
Yeah, Dipinderji, I think, yes.
And the second by Sim.
Mm.
And third, Disco was again by Sim. Oh my
So
God.
we can take the second one, the person who commented the second time, like the
Yes.
second winner. Yeah. So it can be Dipinderji, Sim, and one more.
One more.
Yeah.
So for that one more, you have to go all the way to one of my very close brother. He's from Siliguri. That's
Okay.
Kirti, who is
Wow.
just watching you.
Congratulations to all three of you guys. You're amazing.
Great. Cheers. Thank you so much, guys, for being there throughout. When I do these live sessions, and especially the guest, I would say, it's a motivation for me whenever I see participation by everyone.
That's true.
So moving forward, as from the initial questions, we understood the definition of dance for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in most of your, I would say, talks or the sharing that you do, you have this particular phrases that you use. I mean, the world, a dance platform,
Mm-hmm.
dance in abundance. So is there a particular reason that you say these things, or you just out of that, you just term it that way? Or is there a story behind, having such phrases that you use?
Well, that's that's something for me to really think where is it coming from. But I would take it. It's part of my make to a certain extent. It's part of my life design to the second level. And the third is
Right.
my choices that I am making each day to get closer to my life purpose. And where I see that dancing is not something that I worked for, dancing is something that worked for me. So it just, I think it just comes. And also the word that you said, that dance in your abundance, which is one of my very close to heart lines. It came from this idea when I learned that there are two kinds of people, right? There are two kinds of mindset that we generally associate with. One is operating from lack, and one is
Right.
operating from abundance. So you see people who would just always say, "I wish I had this. I wanted to do this. I couldn't do this in my life." And there's a very subtle tone of um, just surrendering to not having, in a certain way. And then there are few
Right.
people who are like, "I know I'm going to be going there. I know I'm going to be cracking this. I know they're just so up to life that they challenge life to bring them the best. So it is only that I realized over a period of time that dancing only comes in full throttle to people who are in surrender to life. If you come and learn dancing from me as a facilitator, I can just share what I know about this huge, humongous concept of dancing. But when
Right.
you are in surrender with me, you just say, I am here, just let's just do it. Like, just go, whatever comes in my way, I'm going to see. So that's the reason why I call myself a facilitator, not a teacher. I can't ever qualify to be a teacher because nobody taught me. So how can I teach somebody? I could only facilitate. Facilitation is a two-way communication. So if Tony and Jas is dancing together, there is something unique about Tony, and there's something that Jas has. We have to see where
Right.
it merges, and that is a
Perfect.
dance form in itself. Not everybody's Michael Jackson, not everybody's Madhuri Dixit, not everybody's Penny Bosch. The idea is they also disassociated themselves and associated themselves to dancing to find something new. Else they would have been doing the same break dancing or the same stuff. Why they look different is because they found themselves into that mode of dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. It would be wrong on my part if, apart from dance, if I don't ask what are the other hobbies that you carry. Like, when you want to take a break from the, dance part in your life.
I I must say I have a lot of hobbies, and when I say the first come is to pack my bags and move out, that's my best hobby. I just feel the magic of feeling owned and disowned at the same time, because you have a family to come back to. So that ownership kicks you in a separate way. It's just like you know where you're coming back and you want to see the world. So that
Right.
vibe is very strong for me. So that's one of my very favorite hobbies and an expensive one. The rest, I love to do anything that makes me feel excited, like cooking. I'm seeing I love luxury cooking. If you tell me to cook 3 times, I may make a face, but if you just tell me that okay, maybe we can have something from your side today. Look at the way I present you food there. I love
Right.
luxury cooking. I love doing my places, like the decor or the aesthetics, wherever they are involved. I love to see the metaphysical part of human life. That's something which is a very special hobby that I've got into from last 3 months, 3 years.
Okay.
And it really fascinates me to see how people are in the current state of mind, what is going behind the scenes, and what can be done to get them over it or above it. So that's something that really fascinates me so far. So, and it has become a very close, enamoring hobby that I get into anytime I get time. I'm always reading on it and I'm always getting into it. And rest, I love to style my clothes. I love to have good wardrobe. I love to, oh, there's so many. I can go on with my hobbies. I just
Oh my
need time
God.
to do it.
I'm just recalling the time when I was I was writing an essay and I'm like singing, reading, that's it. I mean, there's a full stop
Oh
after that.
yes, reading, guys, reading, big time. Yes, yes, yes.
But you did
Reading.
not mention singing. Is that
I
purposefully that you?
I never wanted you to even request me to sing or do anything, so I'm just saving my face. It's like,
Because
I love.
because
I'll tell you something very interesting. Every day I come back from work, I need to take an extra 1 or 2 turns around my house or lake, where I am singing my song loud and clear, and I give myself that validation. I'm a good singer. I'm a good singer. But not
okay.
in front of others.
Okay, I won't force you for that, but there's one part of this, the answer that you just shared, that you are for the past 3 4 months, I would say, you mentioned that you through dance understand what is going through in someone's life and
Yes.
turning that particular thing or situation into a healing process, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
Can you please tell us about that?
Okay. But before we go ahead with that, I don't know now because I just talked about singing. There's one line that is coming to my being, and I just want to share. And I'm not going to sing it because that's not forte. But there's
Oh,
this new song by Crossblade which says, "Saman bane aap aaye, meri jaan da. Saman bane aap aaye, ਮੇਰੀ ਜਾਨ ਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਏ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਏ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਣ That's just one song. I just can't.
it's like okay, Tony, finally your wish is fulfilled. Thank you so much for singing that, and can you tell us
Thank
the meaning of this, because many are there who do not understand Punjabi,
you.
including me. Some lines are there, so can you tell us about that?
This song has two meanings. One is on
Right.
the facade. The facade just means ke saman banya pyar means I've packed my bags because
Right.
I know anytime you will move and I will be on a move with you. The second in-depth meaning is saman banya pyar meri jaan. That means I'm at the brim of my emotions.
Okay.
I have this sensibility that one day you have to go, I have to go, but the kind of emotions of losing or letting you go is at its peak. So it says saman banniya pe hai meri jaan da, mainu chhad ke jana hai dil jaan da. So we all are aware that we all have to leave this beautiful universe and we have to move out of it. But you see, there are few people who die with that smile and there are few people who die with a wish. There's a difference. You know,
Right.
you see, काश मैं अपने पोते की शक्ल देख पाता, काश मैं किताब अपनी खत्म कर पाता, काश. So that kash is a reason for us to come back to the loop. You know, this is a
Right.
loop. This is not where we always feel very empowered, because if we are not able to use this place well, we may go into a loop of non-deliverance in this life. So
Right.
I always encourage, that's one line that I always say, dance in abundance. Put yourself in movement, put yourself in action. Action can be right now I'm talking to you, this is all dancing. You are dancing with me with your thoughts. I'm dancing with you. So dancing is not limited to a choreography. It's not limited to a step. Dancing is about letting yourself be in your make, you know, and
Right.
then you see the magic happening. Then you see how people come towards you and want to know how you achieve that feeling of just being yourself, just being yourself.
Great. I mean, as I asked this question particularly about the healing part of
Oh, yes. Oh,
you,
yes.
you know, I could
I'm going to give
sense.
you a good example. I'll give you an example of one of my clients. Her husband was in army, and they just got
Right.
married. And the thing was that she conceived the child in the first 3 or 4 months of the marriage, and the gentleman had a transfer, so he moved to Srinagar, where the wife could not join him. Now,
Right.
how she came to Dance Dacha was her mother-in-law saw one of my interviews on her channel, and she says, "Why don't you connect to her, you know, and go and
Right.
just spend a good time and dance and stuff?" And she came to the floor, and I was taking a Zumba session, I think, and she looked totally dazed out, like she was not in the moment. She was dancing, but there was nothing that was coming through, you know. And after the session, because she was there for the first class, so we had this habit of asking how was it, and we were just
Right.
talking about it, and she just said that I came to you because my mother-in-law saw your interview in Patiala, and she told me that there's something in Chandigarh. She didn't remember your name, but she told me there's something that is there with Dacha. So just see if you can find and you can go there. So I've just come here to see, but the team told me to dance today and take a trial. So I'm so sorry for posting you, but you know, uh, what is? I could not see you in the moment. Is there something? And she says, "Can I share a small thing with you in your office?" I took her to my office and we sat for 1 hour, where she was just pouring out on the idea that she was not ready for the phase of her life that she's been given, and she doesn't see a purpose to it. You
Right.
know, she feels disowned from a very close knit family to totally feeling by yourself in the house, and they were living a nuclear life when that happened. So she was
Right.
unable to even feed the baby with an intent that you wanted, you see, which is a bigger damage. Because the child and the mother, when you're conceiving for the first trimester, it's very important for the child to feel wanted, else they will be born yet feel disowned, and that is a lifetime
Right.
experience for them. So this is something very important for even women who are planning to conceive, or they have conceived, or they're planning the second child. It's very important for me to tell them that please take the first 9 months as a life-making decision. You're making a life in you which is consciously or subconsciously sensing every little emotion the mother is going through. It is not their choice. They can't make a choice of saying, "Mom, don't think like that because it's influencing me." It's the mother who's responsible. And that was the reason, if you see, in older times, you know, they used to put God's photograph in front of a mother, or Ganesh ji's photograph in front of the mother, or anybody that they envision the child to be like, so that the mother keeps
Right.
thinking those thoughts, you know. But now we have even got very fascinated with new books and learning how to parent them and stuff like that. When you're losing on the main ground, why you need a child in your life, what is it for you to evolve with that child? You know, it's a very easy biological system. It will happen to anybody who may decide to. But how will it change your life? And it can never be the same after the child, you know. So you need to have a very good contract with yourself first. even to decide that the child has to make its way to your home. So we were talking about it, and we saw so much was going inside her head. She had dark circles, and you could see that alone she must be miserable. When she must be eating alone, or so we. I just told her, it's been how long that you've done your manicure or pedicure? She says, I don't remember last. And I say, okay, forget that. How many times do you go for your massage? Or she says, I don't go for massage. So you could just see that, she doesn't consider herself anything without validation. If there's somebody, she would do everything. But if there's nobody, then she doesn't consider herself. And that
Right.
emotion came from her class 7th experience, which she
Okay.
experienced in her school, which came after 3 months of me being in the healing process. So it is,
Right.
we go through angels, we go through the energy cycle cards, we go into the past life. Sometimes there's few things which are in your past life. For example, somebody was suffering from hunger. So nowadays, you see, there are people who are like eating without sensibility. Like they don't want to even switch on the sensibility because eating looks the easiest escape. So, we have to understand why somebody is doing a certain action unknowingly, but well justified. And once we
Right.
help them understand that, the progress begins, because then you become part of your story.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. So perfectly put in a way because since the time I've been reading about your mission vision, I was trying to understand this particular thing. How can dance be something that can actually heal someone? Because a lot of
Healed
people,
me, Thomas.
that's what exactly, because for me it was like something, okay, when we are going through a bad phase or when we are in a good mood, we love listening to music, or we just write down in form of poems, or there's something that we do. But how
Correct.
can the particular passion called or the element called dance change the vision and perspective of life? And that's what we
Just because you're saying it, I feel motivated to share. There is a concept of dynamic meditation, which
okay.
it is the easiest thing for anybody sitting at home. Nowadays, definitely you should do it. I take it as a very simple process. Just close yourself in a room. Put the easiest mashup, any mashup you want, or any kind of mood, even if you would like ghazals or Sufi, just put a playlist together and let it play for half an hour minimum. Some
Right.
people can even do it for 1 hour, so why not? But half an hour is minimum. Just let yourself in an open space, do whatever you feel like. I don't want to teach you anything. I don't want to say ये movement का ये होता है, कुछ नहीं करना. अगर आपका monkey की तरह jump करने का मन करता है, आप monkey की तरह jump करें सूफी में. अगर आपका चिल्लाने का मन करता है, आप चिल्लाएं. अगर आपका हंसने का बहुत मन कर रहा है, आप हंसे. Do anything that is originally coming to you, and you will
Right.
see how you sweat. You will never sweat with a fitness class like you will sweat by moving.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Guys, can you hear, ma'am? Yes, we are back. Yes, yes, yes.
So I was
Because
just saying that
as
after
I'm
that,
sorry, I'm cutting you. As it is said that sir, you must join in the dance floor. You will understand the nasha of dance. वो नशा इतना फैल गया था कि it's like the internet also taking the time to understand that nasha. Please, ma'am.
that's that's true. So I was just saying that when you do this no thought process dancing, and when you're just being yourself, you will go to a moment in that process where you will have thoughtless energy, where you just feel like lying down, not thinking about anything around, because your body is in total consensus,
Right,
and that is the true 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour of meditation that you can experience. Not everybody can sit like this and close their eyes and meditate. I'm talking to
right,
people who are very action oriented. This is the easiest way to work, and also your fitness is going to be taken care of. So you should do this exercise today itself before sleeping, and just go to sleep. You will not have disturbed sleep. You will not wake up to urinate in between the night. You will not wake up with
okay,
funny dreams, because you have fed subconsciously happiness and joy while doing it. And when you sleep, the next morning you will wake up yourself without an alarm clock. And that's a promise I'm giving you. Try it out.
Oh my God. I was again and again asking this. Was this the exclusive content, or I would say the idea that you wanted to share? I'm like, yaar, kuch to ma'am batane wale hai exclusively. Was this that particular, you know,
No, actually, I was just wanting to give something to people who are here today. And this is a study that I did way back in 2011. And no,
okay,
actually 2009, during my dissertation that I submitted dance as a tool of communication. I did this
okay,
piece, and I got this document after years that I went through, and I was so happy that I found it, where I associated different characteristics of zodiac signs to different Latin American dance formats. So what I really wish
okay,
I could do, and if people can just tell me what zodiac sign they are, I could just tell them their characteristics and what dance form they should look out for themselves. And if possible, they can find an Indian folk dance also of that format and can share with me on my page. I would be very happy.
whoa, that sounds interesting, I would say.
Yes, so let's see who wants to know what dance form, what Latin American dance form suits their zodiac. Okay, we got the first, which is Cancer. And Cancer,
Yes, maybe.
all right, so I'm going to take this up. Now, for you, the dance form that I worked out was English waltz, which is a ballroom dance form. And why I say that is because, you know, Cancerians, you are unpredictable. Okay. You have a very exciting personality. You want people to be around you all the time, but you will not be predictable to your feature, and you are innovators. If given a chance, you will innovate something. So that is three very major characteristics of Cancerians, if you see, you know. And this dance is all about surprise. So when you see the couple doing English waltz, you will see the female's neck on one side and the man leads the women into the dance form. So it is the man's thought process which is unpredictable, how he will take the women all around the floor where women is not leading at all. You know, so I think
Okay,
you should go and check out English waltz and tell me if you can relate to that dance form or not. Okay, what's
great.
next?
Libra. Then we have, yes, Libra.
Oh, that's Libra.
RD 1693 is asking for Libra. I mean,
Okay,
this sounds actually interesting.
I know. I love dancing in different aspects of life. Good. So Libra. Okay, Libra. Let's talk about your characteristics first. Tell me if I'm right. You are passionate once. You are a bit obsessive. You get easily infatuated, and then you take the whole life to balance it out. You know, so Librans, your format is more about the sensual, but the lusty part of it. You see, you are like that, and you love togetherness. You just love that slow togetherness, you know. And for them, the dance form I really recommend is from Cuba, which is rumba. And rumba, also bolero. Check out that dance form if you know about it. Bolero is again a beautiful Bahamas dance format. But more for you would be rumba, because rumba is very slow. It is like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So every movement is for expression in rumba. So your body looks very strong, very nice. But when you hold a position, you make sense. And that's exactly what Libra wants, the balance of passion and that stability and that balance in the movement. So try it out,
Oh
okay?
my.
Check out Rumba and Bolero for yourself.
We can sit all day long and talk about every Virgo, every science and just. Okay, then we have Sagittarius. Yeah, Richard, Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Saggy.
I have a beautiful friend who is a Sagittarius, and this comes from what jumbled word Tony had today, which is samba, the Brazilian dance form.
Okay.
It's a very rhythmic and a very animalistic dance format. You know, you see 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and you see the women being very strong. Even men do amazing Brazilian dances. I just love seeing, okay, that's personal, but I love seeing men doing Brazilian moves. Okay, good. So, okay, for Sagittarius, let's talk about your characters. You are bold, without a doubt. I know my friend, and oh, she's crazy.
Given, given that number.
I know. Okay, you're bold, you are daring, very daring. So you love truth and dare kind of games where you can just show people that nothing in life can stop you. And then you're very adventurous. I know this matter, as a matter of fact, you just need to be given a task and you will show how you can evolve over it. So it's your characteristics have very loud movements. Even when you're talking, you will not talk like, hello, acha, kaisa hai yaar? That you got that thing in you. So for you, Samba is something you must try. It would take time. I can help you, but you must see your body looking. Boys, look out for men doing samba, and women, definitely, the sexy Brazilian street dancers. Have a look at that.
There's a lot of moves that is going inside me, and I'm like, wow, मतलब इतना कुछ है समझने के लिए. Whoa.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So much fun. Yeah.
Ma'am, I would be needing your permission for one thing. That is, while we start talking and while we start discussing, you never know how the time, flies and it goes.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Instagram allows only 1 hour of live session and we are just left with 20 seconds. Can I have you again back? I'll rehost and we can have you again so that we can end and discuss on a good note.
I would love
that would be great.
Because I can see they're excited. Let's do it. Okay, done.
Wait. So guys, the remaining 10 seconds, please come back. I'll be rehosting in another 15-20 seconds. I'll be back and we'll have Just Ma'am back and discussing this. What's up, guys? It's like a lot of moves coming, inside me, I would say. Welcome back. When I start the session, when I click that live option, it's like first watching yourself, then having lovely people joining for just our interesting network. It's been quite a while that I was unable to, come online and have the session due to some reason, but having this family back is one amazing feeling and one amazing thing that remains here. So Adnan, Adnan, what's up, brother? Good to have you, yaar. I mean, every time you pour out your love, that matters. Sophia, thanks, yeah. Richa, you rock. As you guys are enjoying the session, I hope this is something truly. Vansh bhai, kaise ho? Hey Sonu, what's up? Guys, I was not missing your comments, but it was just something important that was going on. The discussion that was going on, and so I wanted to stop in between. I had Harry, I remember Harry saying hi. Santa's very saying a hi. Thank you for all your love. I know the previous 1 hour was so important for all of us because, like me, a lot of people just go out and dance, enjoy the moment. But through the sharing of Just Ma'am, I would say there's a new perspective that we could add. And right now, the sharing that is going on, that's the most amazing feeling because through your zodiac signs, we are trying to understand what form of dance you can do, what you can relate to. That's most important thing. Oh, Vansh ji, ऐसा ना करो यार मेरे साथ. Great yaar. I hope all of you guys have joined back. And as we were discussing about the zodiac signs, Santa, Fairy, what's up? Today you're rocking, huh?
You're back.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I am back. And it's turning out to be so interesting. I'm just waiting. It's like requesting people during when I have singers or poets. Every now and then I'm like, yaar, I don't want to ask more questions. You can just sing because having them, sharing their talent is so amazing. But the more and more we are getting to know you, it's like more and more questions are just building up step by step.
Thank you.
But
Thank you so much.
Then we can just carry on. We were talking about the zodiac signs, and I'm like, okay.
Who's next? Tell me who's next.
Okay, guys, if you have any, you can share your zodiac sign, and ma'am will share with you one exclusive content that you can relate to. That is the dance form that you can connect with. So if you have all those who are connected, please share your zodiac sign. Then we can know more. I
Tony,
guess
what's
Libra
your
we have.
zodiac sign?
मैं चुप बैठ रहा था इतने देर because I dance. I'm like when I am on the dance floor,
Uh-huh.
I go crazy. I'm like, see, ma'am, I am from South, born
Oh,
brought up in
lovely.
Kerala. So
Lovely.
if you ask anyone in like in my office or in my friend circle, they're like, Tony यार जब तू डांस करता है ना, तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे मतलब तेरे अंदर साउथ इंडियन भी है, नॉर्थ इंडियन भी है,
So
सब है
true. I
तेरे
would
अंदर.
love to see you dancing someday.
And I would love to, come meet you after this particular lockdown and learn more
Why
from
not?
you.
Why not? Most welcome. Anytime.
Okay,
Anytime. I
Navya and I.
the song. Do you know the song Ice Katti, Ice Katti? No.
No.
So you know what? I have like few Tamil and some South Indian songs that I play for my classes, and I was traveling to Mysore, and there's this Keralite lady who was sitting with me, and I was hearing the song, and I was like very excited. Can you please let me know the meaning of this? And she's like, stop, stop, stop! This is not a good song. You know, stop. I said,
Okay,
imagine Punjabis can dance on anything. You know,
ma'am, n number of songs. Arrara Nakamuka. There are more
Nakamuka.
songs
Now
that are just
imagine.
coming up, and everyone is coming and asking me, "यार Tony इसका मतलब बता," and I'm like, "यार, you know,
I know.
the
That's it.
the one who wrote that song wants to say just dance it out. You do not have to understand the lyrics."
Yes, I
Great.
understand. Okay, so we see a Virgo here. Is it right?
Yes, I am also Virgo.
Okay, so I tuned in. We tuned in.
Great.
Okay, good. So Virgo does a dance form which I really love doing in my 2012 13s is when I used to get into it. And that's, I'll come first. Let me know. You guys are imaginative? Just say yes on in the message box if you are, okay? Virgos, are you imaginative? Do you stay in your imagination the whole day? Yes? Okay, cool. I got one thumbs up from Tony directly. Are you creative?
Ah, such a
Okay.
beautiful word. Yes.
Very dreamy, like Pisces. You're very dreamy.
Okay. A little bit. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So for people who are, I'm sorry, I think I'm talking because I'm talking Pisces and it's yours is Virgo, and so you can't be dreamy. You guys are going to be creative, but you can't be dreamy. I understand. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
you're right
at
now.
least
I
at least the
like
first two words were there.
I like that you were true. Good. So let's talk about Virgos, Kanya Rashi. You guys are carefree, very relaxed. If something wrong happens, you are very easily in your zone trying to fix it up. You will not lose your temper. You guys know your space. Very practical, but very cautious. You're very cautious. Like you would pre-plan things better than having a mess around you. And if it happens, then you will not show it on your face. You know? And then you guys are very fun loving. You just need a moment to just unleash your potential to show how fun loving you are. You need company. You need good company to show your real self. So for you guys, the dance form that really resonates is jive. I don't know if you know this form, but this is jive. Okay,
Ma'am, can
it
you?
came to US and it is
Okay.
so the basically the movement is very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, a 7, a 8. So there is no breathing time in this dance form. You know, it's very very on the go moves. So when you see a jive dancer, you know that you can't touch that person that easy. You know, it's like they know their stuff very well.
Beautiful. This is something new that I can, look up to and understand also because it's something new for me.
You should look out for jive today and tell me if you relate to that form. It's not about knowing how to do it, but it's about relating to that form.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll definitely, look forward and understand this first of all. Then we had, now everyone is pouring out and want to know about this particular, new concept that, for many it is something new altogether. I
Correct.
saw Taurus as
I
well.
saw Pisces.
Yeah.
So because once I said Pisces, the Pisces came forward.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what about
Pisces.
Pisces?
Pisces, I did tell a bit about you already, but you guys are dreamy. You live in fantasy. You can take anybody into a perfect life love story. You're so good and imaginative, and that's your creativity. So I always say when you are engaging yourself with a Pisces, you need to have one in reality and one in fantasy. If both belong to fantasy, it's a big mess. you know so Pisces, you guys are you very good when it comes to research. You guys are very nice in delivering things at a good speed. So if given a chance, you will just give the stuff as and when before people expect it to happen. And also you are into more of the creative arts, like teaching, getting into French or learning new languages and stuff like that. So your personality matches to this Latin form, which is called the quick step. You need to
Okay.
check out. It's fun dancing. They're naughty. They are very flirtatious on the floor. Check that out and let me know if you relate to that format or not.
Great, 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 great.
Yeah.
Ma'am, now I would love to know आपका क्या है? Because we have been
Well,
we've been listening that you are sharing about every, like,
I
have
am
you
a cusp.
already shared or
I'm a cusp. So I am a Libra and Scorpio mix. I'm on
okay,
23rd October. So I belong to two forms, which is the Rumba that I talked about, the Scorpions, the Rumba and Bolero
great.
dance form, and also Tango, because I have that thing like you see, Tango is all about a bull dance. Okay,
Yes.
so you go and then you're suddenly very soft, and then again you're very strong, and then again you're soft. And that balancing act of me being a part of Libra gets taken care of in that dance form, where you just balance it out in a way. But I love dancing any format. I feel this is something very special, which I always feel every dancer should understand. As a dancer, you cannot just stay committed to one format, else you are a folk
True that.
dancer, or you are a format dancer, or you are a trained dancer. But if you are a dancer, a universal concept of dancer, you should be open to evolving yourself with different rhythms. If I go to
Right.
Montenegro and I meet a Serbian, I should be able to understand the Serbian music. And it's not that I do Bhangra, so I don't understand, or I do Indian classical, so I don't understand. Then you're not a dancer. You've just committed yourself like doctorate. You are a doctor, so you are specialized into veins and only veins, or understanding the ortho part of it and only ortho. Then you're limiting. It's like a horse with those spinster, just running to one direction. Life has so much to offer on the sides. We need to keep ourselves open. You don't know, maybe you love to do a Piscean dance form, and you see that a part of you just opened up, in a different way, because we're a mix of everything. Yeah.
It
Come on.
feels it for the whole live session for the first time it is feeling like there's so much that knowledge, I would say, the passion that you say, it's just pouring out from your mouth in a way that you have to give back to the society so much, and we respect
Thank,
you for that.
thank you so much. Thank you. It
And
is,
if
I would love to see
I
it as a channel. I'm just a channel to whatever I have learned. I would love to share it because I'm going to grow them. So it's my selfish interest. Don't worry.
but this particular thing that from the end of previous session till now has been so fruitful, I would say, to
Thank you.
know. I remember the one I shared with, yeah, Navya 46 says, ma'am, please teach me that dance form, Virgo
She's my
one.
rock and roll dancer. I'm glad she's here. She's a young soul, very passionate dancer. And I see her one of those that I'm talking about, the universal dancer concept. she's open to movement as movement and not restricted to one form. I
Okay.
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Let me be very clear. I'm that student of the class who just listens to the teacher so carefully. Now, when you say you're not a teacher but a felicitator, so I would be asking again. I forgot what did you say about Virgo? I just forgot.
You want to know about Virgo again? I gave you the dance form, I think, Jive.
Yes.
Yeah, Jive. These people are very carefree. They're very relaxed in their life. They don't show the mess they're going through. They may have a lot, but they won't show it. Very practical, yet very cautious. So they would first have a plan B ready before they execute a plan A. Yeah, I can see it. Yes, and then very fun loving.
Okay.
They just
मतलब
need
zodiac.
company.
मतलब I would say you have done very in-depth study of every zodiac sign and you're sharing about that so beautifully. I,
Thank
I,
you.
I'm left with no words actually. So I'll be learning more about jive dance form and if
I
I could
want you
relate
to
with it.
check that out. I really want you to check that out and tell me where you place yourself in.
Okay, but is there any such other platform that you have shared this particular information about all this, all the zodiac
It's
signs
in
and
Punjab Library. My dissertation was submitted there, and it's in the books. And the rest, I have put this information into my book that I'm writing. Hopefully, it should be out, but I'm not interested right now to be out with because I feel it's just too nascent for me right now to put a book together. But this information is something that I felt very motivated to work on, and I felt that when people always say that I'm a hip hop dancer and I'm a salsa dancer, and it used to frustrate me in a way. I don't know why. I always used to feel, what do you mean by salsa dancer? You like salsa, that's a different thing. You like bhangra, it's a different thing. But you're not a dancer then. You are a form expert. You can call yourself that. I just see one thing and I just keep doing it. So even when you eat same sandwich every day, there is a saturation to it. You can't eat the same sandwich and your growth stops there. You're not getting all the nutrition through one sandwich or one meal. You need nutrition, and nutrition comes when you are going through. You need sunbathing. You need to go out, try new stuff. You need to bathe yourself into new formats, new understanding. Maybe what you're doing is not your format at all. And you just go out and say, shit, man, I always thought there was something waiting for me, but I never opened my eyes, and I never looked out for it. So I think that's something that we should learn. Just be open.
That's great. I would like to share two things with all our lovely viewers out there who have been from the very beginning till now. The two
Uh-huh.
things are there. There are many who couldn't attend the live session, so you guys can go back to my account. It's a public account. You can watch the previous session, that 1 hour session that we had, the amazing journey that ma'am had, and she's sharing about her knowledge and the understanding of life through a dancer's perspective. And the very ending of this pure content, I would say, that we just came across of knowing your zodiac sign and how you can connect with different dance form in that way. So, and also, if you want to know more, explore more, and if you see that dancer in you and you want to bring that out and have any queries, I would say just go follow Just Shan. And they have a beautiful website, an amazing team of the members, I would say, who just love sharing dance with each and everyone out there.
Love you, team. I love you guys. I'm just getting an opportunity. I'm shouting. I love you.
That's great. So as we move forward,
Before
I
we go
don't know
forward,
about.
Tony, if you allow, I just want to say something about what you just mentioned. That if you feel there is a dancer in you, then you must connect. I just want to make an intervention. We all are dancers from the day we were born. We just unlearned it, and we are running here and then to learn it again. So please don't disown yourself from movement first and then take ownership over it, because then it's a long journey for you. But if you just realize that you were a dancer, you are a dancer, it's just like switching on that button and seeing where you want to do, how you want to dance. You may have to just dance in the bathroom. Good enough. You are a dancer. If you're not a dancer, you can't operate in this life. You can't go and work in an office. You cannot make connections. You will not make relationships. Dancer are made. When you say Adam and Eve, how did they communicate? They didn't have language as glorified as us.
Right.
What was the way that they were communicating? Or any, let's not, Adam and Eve again is hypothesis, but I'm just talking about how did early men start talking? It is through gestures. If you need something, you will make a gesture out of it. You wanted an expression, you were in pain, you made an expression. You felt happy, you just did that yes, I can have this apple, give me, I can have that. Yeah. So all of that rhythm has been there. If we call the sound of Om is universal. So if
Right.
Om is universal, how do you think we came out of the blue? We are also universal. We also are part of that cosmic energy. We all have that rhythm. अगर आपको कोई अच्छा गाना सुनने को मिलता है, आप उसमें ढल जाते हो कि नहीं? Means आपको
बिल्कुल.
sensibility है. बस अब आपने जरूरी नहीं हर एक के वोकल कॉर्ड्स इतने रिफाइन हुए हो, बट अगर आप गाना चाहो अकेले बैठ के आप गा सकते हो. Nobody is stopping you. You know, so I think we all are done. It's time to claim it. When we are born, we do all that we do. I just put it in one line. We born, our hand movements go outward. You never see a newborn baby clinging or hugging himself. He will always open up. That means he has come from a womb to an open area. The movement is established. The rhythm is ooh. You know, he
Right.
will not higher decibel. So he goes ooh. So the movement is in sync with the sound. The expression is unknowing. So you will not see a smiling face. He just, the face is like unknown. So eyebrows are opening up, eyes are opening up. So he's just coming out of the darkness to light. You know, the rhythm is intact, the movement is intact, the rhythm is intact, the expression is intact. And then we say we need to be a dancer, we need to learn dancing. Why? That's inbuilt. You just have to claim it. Claim it now.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, guys, there's a lot that is being shared, but I'm sure everyone who's listening has something to take out from this session, because the whole idea is not to know. Yes, of course, many of you already know, ma'am, but the amazing journey that you have from step one till the steps that are going on. Each step has something that from which we can learn, and that's the most important thing from every live session that we do. So
Thank you.
and there were a lot of questions, but one question that still stays as I always like asking this. Till date, when you look back, there are a lot of achievements that you have had, because of yourself, number one, for the person you are, and because of the team that you have. Any particular such moment in your life that when that was just a wow moment, you were like कि यार अच्छा हुआ ये हुआ for you, your team, and when you look back, that always brings a smile on your face. Any such moment that you always cherish?
Or you are asking me to open my treasure and tell which is my best treasure. It doesn't happen like that, Tony. I don't want to be partial. Trust me, I have had blessings where I could sense those emotions in upbeat times. I have felt myself above and beyond reality. I have seen myself growing from every hardship, every heartbreak. My first heartbreak was my professional heartbreak. I never understood that people can cheat. Like, I was always in that family setup where it is always taught that you give this much, and the more you give, the more you get. The more you give, the more you get. But I never understood that you give only because you have a selfish interest. And what comes to you is because of somebody's selfish interest. So once you understand the word selfish is a good word, you have a different kind of acceptance. And all my hardships started looking like my blessings suddenly. Like, oh, I'm glad he did that, because once that guy left, I made a huge team. I did this because, so when you go into the introspective part of it, like you reflect back, you see every moment you were doing something, there is a wow in it. Acknowledge kiya, nahi kiya, wo hamare upar hai. But now I can smile over so many things. I left my corporate jobs to just get into dancing. I left my commerce and I got into arts. The knee issue that I told you, losing my knee and regaining them back. There's so many. My team, we did some phenomenal events that has never happened in history, like Burst Out. It was a 360-degree dance experience that we did with Reebok. Reebok funded for the first time at a Chandigarh level for an event, and John Abraham and all of these people just congratulated us because they've never seen something like that. So I think we have seen things happening just because we kept doing it, and I think that wow thing is an ongoing emotion, and we should just stay there, like not limit, and the other wows will be angry then.
So, if your team members are here, I would love to, I would love to give them a salute as well, because uh, for the past few days, when I was just trying to understand your journey, trying to know you more through our discussions, it was so beautiful to see the videos on the old videos on the YouTube that you have posted, the
Wow.
small events that you have done, in a way bringing the whole lot together, and getting on the streets, performing, and just winning hearts. So
Thank you
cheers to
so
you, kudos to you and everyone out there.
Thank you so much, Tony.
So we are coming to the end of the session almost, because always I do is like I take the session for just 1 hour, so that because everyone out there who are watching it, it is like they take out that 1 hour and spend with us. But today's session was so, I would say, filled with energy, understanding. For me, it is a first time experience, because till date we had almost all the singers, poets, and amazing people out there.
Yeah.
But today it was someone who taught me, and I'm sure all who watched, that even your thoughts are dancing now.
And
And
thank you
thank
for
you for
dancing
this.
with me, guys. Thank you for dancing with me. Thank you.
And thank you for this. So before we end the session, the cherry on the cake would be asking this particular thing, that as a person, you have already explained it, but the very first question, how do you define what you do? And the very last question that I'll be asking is that, dance altogether changed your life. Now you are changing life of many people through dance. How would you just define dance if you had to pick one word? Number one. Secondly, would you term dance as a true healer for everyone out there? These two questions. Just it came to my mind, and I'm asking you.
I'm glad you're asking me that because you make my head work better. Uh, at the first question that you said, define dance as one, I would say it's my creator's blessing on me. So I want to trust whomsoever created my make had a vision on me, and I'm just continuing that vision. And I'm just enjoying this journey because I saw that dancing itself it's still unknown to people. It's the magic of dancing, the way dancing has to be perceived, entertained, is still missing. Everybody's in that competitive reality show. Um, Very different mind setup. We have lost the expression part of it. We have lost the healing part of it. And I think the second part of your question, it's very well related because I see it as a form of, it's called the primordial form of expression. Dancing is known as a primordial form of expression. So I'm just asking you to go back to your roots. So once you're going back to your roots, you're getting back to your expression mode. How can it not help you heal? How can it not make you feel, peace with yourself? It will. And I don't mean by coming to the dance studio. I am not even saying that you need to put a YouTube video. I am just saying that every morning, just be open to movement. Just be open to action. Just be open to people around you. Just be open to problems. Just be open to challenges. The more you're open, the creator, the psychic game that you are playing your life with, it gets the energy to keep working for you. Else it gets redundant. And something very important in the metaphysical is we see so many depression cases, especially when the lockdown is happening. Anxiety is on its peak. People don't know where to go, what is next, how will their lives be after this. People have loans on their head. So there's so much that is going on, right? Just take a break for 3 days. Just take a break in this lockdown for 3 days. Try to think everything beyond what you have been thinking. and just see your problems are just mind made. It is not your problems. If there is a loan, I'm sure there is some source of income that is still valid for you, but you're not choosing because it's not comfortable for you to go into that zone. If you are feeling anxiety, please share it with somebody you can trust. Because if you're not doing it, you're just putting yourself in a loop. And that loop, you will pay so much on medications and stuff which is not needed. It's a trauma for your body to take medications. So please understand, use dancing. अगर आप डांस भी कर रहे हो, जैसे मैंने आपको रात में बोला, आप 15 मिनट के लिए भी डांस कर रहे हो, आपका आधा प्रॉब्लम वहीं पे ग्राउंड हो जाएगा. You will see that half of your stress will just get grounded to Mother Earth when you're dancing like that. And you will sleep much easy. Just trust yourself. Rest, everything Babaji will take care of. That's okay. Yeah.
Great, beautiful. मन कर रहा है मैं सेशन एंड ना करूं पहले. मतलब कभी कभी ऐसा हो जाता है, you just go with the flow as when you look for when you look at your students, I would say, or if any dance form, you just want that everyone should just go with the flow. And even during some live session, it makes a place in my heart. It's like, yeah, there's so much knowledge from you that we need to understand, to cater to. And especially one important point that you pointed out, I would say, is the depression part of many going through during this lockdown time. And this message is really important. So as there's always a time that we have to end a session, but it is always a new beginning. I would say a new beginning for me. First of all, I would definitely try that room lock करके and जो 15 minute का dance. I don't know how I would dance, but I'll try.
I would love that. That would be the best gift you can give me post session. Anybody who can just send me a story of how you felt dancing for 15 or half an hour, you must know that my heart will thank you for life if you can do that.
Thank you. Let me just talk now. Thank you for taking this call. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for your support, I would say. And thank you for defining that, your thought is the true healer. That is the dance that you are doing. Every moment is the true healer. And above all, especially thank you for that, the content that you shared about the zodiac signs. And, there's something new that we could learn from you today. So before ending any particular, you have already given so much of message, but any particular thing that you would just, before we end, that you would like to just give us, and we'll have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ending.
Okay. So I would just say, let's operate from abundance, and abundance. Let's do a movement which just talks about abundance. So everywhere, wherever you're sitting, please keep sitting, keep your mobile away, keep your hands free. And let's just understand that we surrender ourselves to abundance. And that movement is what we are going to create right now. Okay. So first, let's understand that we need to have our hands open. If you want to take something in your life, you need to, okay, I'll tell you something very interesting. People talk about begging. Like, I'm not begging that I need a Jaguar. I will make it happen. Listen, we all are glorified beggars. And there's no bad thought about it, okay? Because we all are in this small story of life, but we all are deriving our energies, our materialistic gains, everything from here. And where is it coming from? It's coming from some source. So we all are saying, can I have this? Can I have a house now? So when you're begging only, why not beg something better? Why to beg for a Maruti? Why not for a Jaguar? But then you got to work for Jaguar also. Okay, so remember, begging doesn't happen without work. Anyhow, so let's just beg. Okay, let's beg, and then just take the entire universe around.
Okay.
And just put the wave of the universe in your body and pull it down. Okay, so again, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch till your toe, okay? And from there, you just come 1, 2, which is I surrender my heart to my life purpose. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I give it off to my creator. So let's do it together. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
I mean, can we do it again? One last time, one last time. I missed the first part, okay? Okay.
5,
So it was
6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wave and down. You've taken all the blessings. Now thank it from my heart. I surrender to my life purpose. And you can add
okay.
any
This
movement while doing it. So that's your
I mean
creativity.
SRV जीत टोनी नालो चंगा मैं कर यार ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਮੇਰੇ मतलब ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ यार मैं एक फ्री स्टाइल डांसर हूं मैं मतलब आप मेरे से कुछ भी करवा लो मैं तो बस मैं क्या बताऊं
You're doing fantastic. Don't judge yourself. Movement is not to be judged, it's personal.
but yeah that's true and thank you for sharing this because this is something that we need to surrender to the almighty that you know every moment that we have this life that we have so
So true.
I would just end by saying thank you so much. Thank you so much for making this evening so special. I hope you loved it, sharing, you know, all the
It's
I would
always a
say
delight. I told you at the very starting, I am looking forward to your energy. You made me dance through this session. Thank you.
some dance form too. Yes, I just learned. So all I would also mention this. All of you who are putting in your comments, you know, I do not like if in between if ma'am is sharing any particular point or any other guest for that matter is sharing something very important. So there are certain messages that goes up and we have new comments. So but you know we do not miss all who said hi, a very hi, Ali, Bipasha, you know, all of you who poured out your love, your support. Thank you so much. I would say to all of you who joined in, who tuned in, you can go watch this live session if anything you missed. Daydreamer, you said yes, you missed the starting part, so that's okay. You can go back, watch it because this, I would say, 1.5 hour that just went by have a lot to teach us today and for the days to come.
Thank you.
So with these words, I would just end by saying you
Thank
made
you,
this
Tony. Thank
you
you.
made
Guys,
this
don't
really
miss out
special
on
for
your
me.
15 minutes. Promise me you're not missing out on your 15 minutes of dancing today. And I'm there with Jaske Shan on all portals. Please send me your feelings, how you feel after doing it. Right?
Definitely. So thank you so much, ma'am. All the best for you, all your
Take care.
projects, all your ventures, and looking forward to meet you soon after this, you know,
Very
lockdown time,
soon.
and would love to do work with you. So
Yes,
great.
definitely. Definitely. Good luck. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
So guys, that was just K Shan. I would say, ma'am, you made the whole evening so special, so energetic. I would say. I know many of you said, you know, as ma'am said, do not judge yourself in a way that when you dance, just be you. And the task given for the day is that you have to dance. There are some requests that I've received. Okay, uh, you just have to dance in a locked room playing any music and just enjoy. You know, that's the most important thing in our life, and especially during this lockdown time. Many of you have started going to work, many of you are still working from home. The situation out there is a bit risky, but we need to face it. We need to overcome this, and we need to dance every moment with our thoughts, with our deeds, with our action, and create that smile for yourself and for your loved ones and with people you meet each and every day. I hope the session was special for me, for each one of you. You enjoyed it, and you know the zodiac signs, the content, everything was so important for all of us. Thank you so much, guys, for always sharing your love, for your support, for your feedbacks. If you have any suggestions, if you have anyone who wants to come live and share your knowledge, feel free to DM me. This is Tony Thomas signing out from Just Our Interesting Network. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep dancing. Love you guys.